And I saw him play Byleth in France for a bit. So, like, honestly, I think Leo's back. Like, and everybody else is on notice.
Yeah.
Yes, he's on the loser side, but, like, remember back at Frostbite? He lost really early.
Yeah.
Real early.
You know what? Thinking he's back. It's game number 1 here, losers top 8 of Collision 2024. We just saw an incredible lead off from Melee right into this, and it's not going to be any different. Like we said before, starting things off hot, it's going to be Leo getting that down throw, trying to go for that early drag down to get a little more damage.
And that's actually a little bit of a nice little buff to that bar right there, you know, getting that free turnip. And I mean, Arsene's really almost here. Like, it's just a little bit more damage. And there we go, Papa's out.
And once you get to this position too, Peach does not like anybody who has good anti-flow tools. You have now access to that Nair, back air, and of course side B to make sure you can keep Peach grounded as much as possible, which is not going to work out too well for Mute because you want to float in, you want to get those downers to put some pressure on that shield.
Yeah, and you know exactly how I like to refer as Joker here. In the words of French Montana, right? With his mask on, he's coming for your ice, but his mask off, he's coming for your light. And we see that mask is off right now. Arsene out here. Oh, that might be a stock coming up, but Arsene disappears.
It disappears at the last second. Can't go ahead and get that close out with that back air, but now it's time for Mute to play. We're going to go ahead and see if we catch that landing. Back air pushing it back off stage. His opportunity to catch that tether. Not going to find its mark.
There we go, finds a way back down to the stage with that Nair, just creating a little bit of space there. Not gonna find that drag down, whiffs again, and that just gives Muteace a huge opening to put him right off stage. And again, Leo finds their way back on, and that's kind of the benefit of having Battlefield. You get these additional platforms to find your way back on, gives you a little bit of a help on that defensive end, and that back air's not enough.
Surprisingly, at center stage, not gonna be the KO that you're looking for just yet. F-Tilt's also gonna miss the mark. Forward air will not be enough either, coast to coast. We're approaching 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock, and nobody has lost a stock just yet. That's gonna be a pretty common theme throughout this match.
Oh, well, ask and ye shall receive, as the Lord has provided. The first stock out of here, that back air not going to be enough, but 151, looks like they're going to be living here. Yep, does find a way back onto the stage, but not for much longer as Muteace finds a back air of their own.
Excellent stall for a secondary to play around the option coverage that Mute had with the toss-up turnip, but it's not going to be enough after Mute go ahead and close it out on the ledge. But once again, look at Leo always calling out the jumps early, covering the platforms. This is looking very good here in the second stock.
Yeah, we do find a way to get back to that ledge just a little bit, but Muteace starting to have some trouble landing here. All right, does get that Nair in the grab. This could be huge. Oh, I like that. Waiting to see what they can get. They don't end up converting into anything, but now we got Leo back on, just trying to really get his footing down because, man, Muteace has been hawking him.
Yeah, excellent data collection, too. Once you start recognizing how passive somebody wants to be on the ledge, great TI, but I don't know if you're going to be able to get away from this one. Drops right next to him on the top platform with no fear. There's still a decent amount of Arsene left to go, but it's not going to be enough just yet to get the KO.
Yeah, a little bit of spaghetti right there, Italy, but just find a way back to the stage. And there we go. I like that wall jump into the back with Arsene. Now he's got stage control. Arsene gone, but, like, you can still close this out. And that back air gets it 2 stocks to 1, 80%.
Already looking to the crowd and seeing SkyJ throwing up the fist bump. You already know everybody's got a lot of passion to see MkLeo putting in some work to get back to that prime position at the top of Muteace. Still, we said it before, last stock is where things get rough. Even though getting hit quite a bit, you got to be careful about not getting this reverse so you can see that back throw come through.
That's the second time you just kind of throw a turnip to give yourself a little bit of space, and he just actually threw out that downbeat. And look at that, now Arsene's out. Last stock scenario, 59%. Ooh, he definitely had that. He had that called out, that rolling.
Back here won't be enough just yet either. Great DI up to the corner. Option coverage city. Last time it was a stall from Leo because he had a tether, but there was no tether available as he can only go for that up B, and Muteace closes it out.
Okay, there we go. Tries to get that grab. Would have been huge getting that down throw. But now, okay, we don't see an F-tilt from Peach too often.
Hey, you know, it gets the damage in. Do not leave damage left on the table at any point in time. Going for the check chase read, not going to get that roll in that we're looking for. But Leo, look at him getting forced to the ledge, even though he's going to get back off with that Nair. Mute looking very good here at the end.
Yeah, tried to get that forward air conversion, just barely off with it. And there we go, landing with that Nair once again. Arsene is ready to rock, but you don't have much left with the juice left.
Yeah, you cannot get down here into back air at this position. You go ahead and stall that out. Tries to go for a down smash. We're going to get reversed for that.
Okay, there we go. I actually like tossing it up because there's a chance, like depending on how Leo recovers, that he actually grabs that turn up when he's trying to get to that ledge. There we go, finds a way, wow, back to the stage once more. And he's jumping all over the place, man.
We're slowing down here too. We're looking for a drag down, anything we can find. Short hop forward here, maybe we'll do it, but we're getting out of ranges now with all this rage. So Leo has to look for a straight hit, and you know what? I believe it was Devin's birthday and the cakes are indeed out because I cannot believe that that still hit on the roll coverage there. Muteace taking game number 1.
No, actually, that was definitely really hot. It was really going to come down to like that last possible opening. Like we saw that one like soft nair, right, set them off stage, but it really just kind of came down to one good read to close it out. Because we know that back air, that thing's lethal, right? But then like the same side with the Joker, Arsene's out, or even if Arsene's not out, you get that drag down up air and it's an up smash. Yeah, it's scary.
I got questions if I lose a game and I see that that's the freeze frame. That's all I'm saying. But MkLeo, of course, has dealt with this many times before. That's game number 1 going in favor of Muteace. A lot of that, honestly, was a very close game all the way through. Leo just barely missing out on some KO confirms, and when you get to a position where you have to go into short hop game against Peach, frame 2 jab is a great way to slow that down. Short hop nair is going to shut that down too. Let's see how Leo adapts going into game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to make some adaptations real quick. You got to keep in mind, this is the loser's side of bracket. It is do or die, right? There's no other second chances here. So we'll see what happens going right back to Battlefield. I actually don't mind this. I think both players can actually get quite a bit out of it, and it does give them a lot of safe spaces to retreat to.
I see no reason to switch the stage after that last match whatsoever.
And I mean, anything that's not PS2, give me it. We got a whole OST. We got a whole OST on this stage.
We got plenty of PS2 to show up later. Don't worry about that. We're going to kick it back off the Battlefield and look at this. MkLeo has only taken 2% so far, trying to go for the down guns. This is a big opportunity for... Oh, that could have been a lot more if that did not send them back towards the stage.
Yum, delicioso. Give me that up smash. Just barely misses out on it. And Muteace definitely recognizing the problem that they created for themselves here. And ooh, okay, gets back to stage 3. Now has a turn up. Going to get rid of that immediately because he don't need it.
That turn up toss looked just sad. It went absolutely nowhere. We got those all day, every day. Mute does not drop those.
Listen. Immediately correcting the mistake they made of giving them free Arsene by closing out that first stock. That's exactly what I want to see from Muteace. Does find a way back to stage, extending the stock just a little bit more. 130% though. If MkLeo plays his game right, I was about to say he could take this stock without taking 80%, but it's time for extra credit.
When you're looking at an average of 40 to 60% per win in neutral, that is going to be feeling really good. That forward air will not be enough to that DI up to the corner. Again, Muteace just getting so much out of these stocks.
I don't know if that was a misinput, a reaction to the DI, but like I feel like the up air was probably the actual play. I mean, it is what it is. We're not going to talk about too much more, but 164, honestly, you sneeze on him, that doesn't take it? That's crazy. Well, probably because it wasn't the second hit.
And Muteace actually smiling and giggling about that all like, I ain't dying.
I ain't going down, but 188, man, this is not what you want to see. Especially in this type of scenario, you're down game 1, and we can see the down throw to close it out at 201%.
Sometimes simplicity is key. Other times you're just looking for an answer. Down throw will be enough to do it, but MkLeo's done it many times before. Even though he's sitting at a 68% deficit, that means nothing to a drag down setup, so you have to be very careful on your short hop game right now.
Yep. Here we go. Yep, both of them just kind of throwing out some moves, trying to be as safe as possible, not allowing any free openings. But there we go. That's huge forward throw, to put him off stage. Another one.
Continuing to keep positional control, forces the jump, has to go back to the ledge, and even though Arsene's there, it doesn't really mean too much to Mute when you have 144% on Leo. Yep.
Okay, there we go. Turn up, toss down. Not going to find that hit either. And just trying to find a way through right now. You have to be careful because, I mean, you're at 49%. That is enough for Leo to actually get some real strong combo going, potentially closing out a stock. He gets a strong read, but we see that back air once again. That's putting in a lot of work.
Yeah, I like how Leo is actually getting a little bit of passive damage to get it to a range where you could down air into back air or a drag down setup on Arsene and maybe steal a stock. But Muteace was very smart and didn't move forward because if you overextend, you're going to lose your life in that position.
Well, let's see if Muteace can find a way to close this out. The back air not going to be enough that time, but that's a stitch base. Doesn't hit. That's really unfortunate. I'm actually surprised that Leo actually got the tether through.
You cannot hit the plot armor machine himself. It's not going to happen. Look for another drag down on the spot dodge, but that back air will do it. However, big success for Leo in that stock. Got it all the way up to 91%. That was a much bigger deficit he was looking at before.
Listen, we know about the plot armor that Leo has, but Muteace does not care about plot armor.
No.
Like, he's got a big old back air to close that out. I mean, plot armor means nothing.
Well, and again, the DI to the corner. Mute is just navigating the stage. We might actually see a change of scenery maybe after this because the amount of times that he's surviving, the back throw won't be enough to do it just yet.
Yeah, he does go for that back throw, putting him right off stage. 156 though, finds a way back on, using that drift and the glide in the back air to answer back. 10% is the difference here. Last stock scenario, game 2, Ajax.
As close as you could possibly ask for right now, and this is not going to look too good. Oh, rare drop from Muteace. If that continued, that could have ended up being the stock. Instead, now you're going to get down thrown into the up throw, get that quick damage in.
I don't even know if that's like a rare drop. That was going for a combo I don't think we've seen ever, and it was cooking. He was cooking for sure.
That side B finisher is sending this to a 2-0. Instead, we're We're looking at 1-0 still. Leo has an opportunity to try and get this game. That's a big
Whoa.
carry, but the dodge avoids that grab.
Yeah, you don't want to give Muteace too much space. Oh, wow. Didn't get the punish on that. That's really crazy.
This is a stressful situation. We said it before. Strap in, everybody. This is only game number 2. This is going to be a very intense set. Right now, both of them sitting at 74 to 75, getting a little bit of damage with the turnips.
Yep. They're trying to actually convert off that turnip to get that train going again to close it out with the back air off the side of the stage. Okay, there we go. Tries to go for that forward air, trying to catch him right before he gets the ledge. Does not get it. And there we go, forward air, puts Leo off stage. One more hit to be able to do it. Does go for a crazy recovery option.
Almost had the frame trap that Mute was looking for, but instead goes back to the ledge as MkLeo. 133, but Arsene is almost there. It will not show its face, though, as it's going to be the back air one more time. Muteace going up in this set count, 2-0.
And you look at, I mean, both players, and you look at both players right now, and it looks like Muteace is losing. Like, he's going up facial especially. Leo doesn't usually show too much emotion. Like, he keeps it calm, he keeps it collected. But now we're in a game 3 scenario. And listen, we know about the clutch factors of both players. We know what games they thrive in. But if I'm Muteace, I'm not allowing game 4 to happen.
Yeah, Muteace is definitely one of the many players that are in this room alone who will always look like they have not actually won a match when they're done, because it's always that look of, I could have done better, which is really what has made Mute climb so far. Here's an interesting fact, though, that we always have to think about. Lifetime history-wise, people who are up 2-0 or winning in the set against Leo don't necessarily win every time. And Leo's been looking really good of late. We'll see if Mute can prevent that.
Oh, right now, okay, did have a nice little start there with 28%, but now Leo back on the ground, trying to find an opening here, gets a couple grabs, and is really cooking using that middle platform as well to extend these combos.
Decided to go for a down tilt. It's been a little while since we've seen that extended pressure after that. Utilizing the pressure game right now is Mute instead, though, with these downers at the ledge.
Yeah, there we go. Forward throw, puts him right back off stage. The turn up toss up. Actually, I like that. Doing a get-up attack because you don't have to worry about the hitbox coming down. And you actually were able to get that, but there we go. The drag down up here into the up smash, closing out that first stock here in game 3.
Was wondering if we would see a different stage after the way that Mute was surviving that previous one, and those platforms were working out very well. Now over here on Hollow Bastion, looking much better, at least to start here for Leo.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I like the fact that Muteace has just continued to go through. That's a little bit dangerous. He's going to make it back, no problem, though. Still had that float going.
Built different to go down there and still go for that back air. I don't know where that DI was, but it's going straight out. Let's go ahead and exit the building off that back throw. 11% only done here on that second stock.
Yep. All right. Trying to use the gun here, just to use a little bit of that neutral tool. Trying to find an opening here, but Muteace gets that opening, drops a combo here, but you know what? That's kind of what happens in these early percentages anyway.
Not hungry for that. Only hungry for the W is Leo. Gonna go ahead and get that down tilt on a big anti-air. Goes for the footstool too. Do we go for down guns? No, just waits at the ledge. Knows that Mute is not gonna fall for that.
Yep. Gets a drag down once again. Gets him up in the air, up there, and the up special. Not gonna be finding a way to close out that stock.
They can go ahead and hold on to that for a little bit longer. The damage is indeed done, and Leo looking much better, but this is going to get close to even it up. No, actually, no back air to get that guaranteed 50. Looks for the reset instead.
Yeah, a little bit of a weird scenario here. Okay, tries to go for that. We do have Arsene on deck now. Up air, gonna put on a little bit of damage. The juggles are out. Can you find a way to get the stock away?
Looks like Muteace has turned on defensive mode indeed and is refusing to let Leo get off this side of the stage. Back to the tether game. You do not have Arsene available to you, and gets the read on that spot dodge.
Dude, this ledge trap right now for Muteace is just so good. He's getting so much percentage out of this, but now Leo gets back on themselves. Trying to find a ledge trap. Ooh, okay, that was a brave forward smash call out. Not gonna land, and you kind of gave up the stock for it.
I think that he was looking for either a short or a float near or float back here, because you can't react with a defensive option after you start floating there. So, maybe a big call, but that's gonna be a stock right there. We are still in a position where Leo could keep this bracket run alive.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, 12% is nothing in this game. As you can see, already takes the lead now, 30%. Looking for that downward gun. What's the option here? Does get the up special to get back to ledge, and now Leo cooking with a ledge trap scenario of his own right now.
This is a 52 unanswered that's going to get answered right back off of one combo string. We're going to get that follow-up as well with the down throw into the nair. This is starting to look better for Mute. That back is pushing back off stage. You do not want to see any more life out of MkLeo if you're Mute to get this 3-0.
I like that jumping off the ledge, getting right to that middle platform, but now Muteace trying to find a way to close this out, looking for the hit that they need, and they got the back turn.
Well, that's the jump. You have to go high. You have to stall, and that is going to go ahead and get it done. Dot Eyes, Muteace, one of the few of the category of players we've always known to have the ability to take out MkLeo. Has done it before, and we're going to do it again as MkLeo is going to exit the building here at Collision at 7th place.
Are you kicking him out?
Yeah, you gotta get out. Yeah, you gotta
He's
go.
gotta go.
If you
gotta
lose,
go.
like, you're out.
You gotta go. But hey, really handed to Muteace here. Showed up, and like that's the thing is like Muteace, can have some ups and some downs, but like felt like he had some, some pretty good, momentum coming into this. A little bit shaky, which happens, but like overall, playing phenomenal.
Yeah, ledge game all day. It was a good majority of that was any single time that Muteace was able to take back the ledge. So much damage was put on. Almost every time a back air was what pushed him back off stage. That back air was finding the mark every single time. It's also very easy to just back off, keep it safe. Leo didn't have an answer for it. So once that started to climb, and once you got rid of Arsene, you could force them to have to go high because you don't want to deal with that turn up on the way down after a tether. The last time Muteace said, I'm just going to go after it and say, why not? And that was able to lead to a 3-0 victory.
Yeah, with that dot eyes too. But hey, let's get into our next set here. Before we do that, let's throw it right back to Flambeau. Enjoy that stage, buddy.
What's poppin', everyone? What a great set to start things off. We're gonna keep it rolling as we check out the other side of the bracket. First, coming to the stage, hailing from Mexico, the one,